He was like, everybody's jumping on this and using it for everything. It's not meant to be used by everything. It's not meant to be used by everybody. Slow down, people.
Yeah.
Relax. But I think he underestimated the impact of what he did.
I think so,
just
too.
societally, and how much it affected and changed everything. If you take him from the 40s and you drop him into today, he's going to look around and be like, yes, I can imagine this, but in terms of technical capability, but in terms of all of these different people that have built off of what he built, I think that's something that he might not have been able to quite grasp or comprehend. Just hearing about how he was like, guys, stop bandwagoning. It's like, no, everybody kind of needed to bandwagon what he did. Like, he didn't even, I don't know if he did, but I don't know if he predicted the internet. And
I mean, he was certainly around for it.
Yeah.
He died in 2001.
Yeah, but he had Alzheimer's at that time too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But to your point, it's like the 90s is when we started seeing more commercially, and then before that there was also different forms of the but I guess the magnitude of the internet,
the scale, I think, is especially the scale of IoT devices.
Yeah,
everything is on the internet. Everything has an Alexa, has a microphone, has a Wi-Fi connection or Bluetooth connection. Something is connected at all times. And so I think the scale of that is certainly something that I don't think he could have imagined.
How operationalized it all became. How easy it is for, like, again, a kid can go in there and start playing with you know, computers now, and that's all backed by what he put together. So yeah, I think like it's very intriguing. There was a story I was reading, or a little anecdote about how he met Steve Jobs. They crossed paths at one time. It was Steve trying to find him, of course, but that's also a pretty interesting tidbit. Because he had his faculties when the MacBook was launched, and he also did a lot of, I think in his later life he was trading on a MacBook.
Okay, so he was definitely like involved in some of the newer age technology that we would think of it as. But yeah, I mean, absolutely an influential character in American history, not just American, but a world history, I'd say. Someone that you'd be surprised, even in like computer science courses, they'll never talk about him.
Really?
Never.
You never had, like...
No need to. No need to. We understand that a bit is this, and we're moving forward. There might be one professor here or there that might, you know, spend a little bit of time saying, hey, this is where we get it from. But for the most part, it's not a big thing
you know,
to teach history.
That's so interesting, because even in business school, there's not a lot of history on the people in business and the impacts that they did. Like, we've done more in this podcast studying founders than you would learn in a specific business course, and I would even go as far as to say that it's more important stuff, because if you understand what we're talking about and then you go and take business classes, then you understand where it fits and why, because you give it more purpose. But if you just go in there and you're learning formulas and things blindly, it doesn't quite
be able to apply it.
You can't apply it because it doesn't really stick, and so you're losing context. Charlie Munger said that if he were to go and learn business, he would just study the best business education is to study people that have been in business. Study the founders. So yeah, it's interesting that they didn't talk about Claude Shannon in CS schools, but I'm not surprised.
It seems to be a pretty common thing to forget your history.
So you having gone through that process, how does that change how does diving into Claude Shannon change your perspective, if at all?
It certainly gives me like a lot more like gratitude for where we're at today, because it doesn't feel like to me like the 40s when he published these papers where that was that long ago. It is quite a bit ago, I guess. I mean, it's almost 100 years, but it feels like it's within, you know, my grandparents' lifetime. And that's where it feels very close, where I'm actually surprised it was that short of a time ago and how much progress we've seen so far. I think it's just like good to understand a lot of those things from a fundamental level, know where they come from, even if it's not like applying something directly from his life. There are just like being a generalist. There are things that I'll be able to pull on and pick up and apply later that I wouldn't have even been able to if I didn't, you know, look around more generally.
Yeah. I think another thing that's really interesting with him is just having the cojones to like not listen to other people and block other people out, and keeping you. He was very clear on his ideas, and he was like, once I've gotten to the idea, I'm not like trying to fight you about it. Like I've proven it. But we've heard that with other people too. That we've seen on this podcast, where they're, once, you know, I've been able to prove it, I don't really need the outside confirmation outside of results. Like if it's not a practical, you know, provable, repeatable test against what I'm stating, then like I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong.
And I don't feel like I don't feel like I need to, like, you know, fight against that. It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna follow me, or I'm gonna find the next person to talk to.
Yeah. So I like that. Do you have any main ideas that you want to go over here before we go into Super Secret?
Nothing we didn't cover. I think in Super Secret, I'm excited to get into the tips and tricks and the ways that we have found to communicate with noise, right? Because noise is everywhere, but to communicate effectively even though there is noise. Not only, you know, with our product and everything, but also like on the team, in the company, and those kinds of things. So I'm excited to jump into some of that stuff. I don't think I have anything for this specific public video.
So in Super Secret, we go over application, we go over the psychology, and then we just peel it back a layer. You know, we go a little bit deeper on what we're learning and how we're applying it and how we can share that with other people. So I'm really excited to go over there and jump into that.
Check us out. Super Secret, linked in the description below. And if you guys have a founder that you guys want us to cover, also throw that in the comment below.
Please.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.